Emily's got it. All right, that does it for Nightly News on this Tuesday. I'm Tom Yamas. Thanks so much for watching. Tonight and always, we're here for you. Good night.
This program lineup is brought to you by Vision Express.
KUAM TV8, home of the Milan Cortina Olympics. Coverage begins February 6th, 2026. KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adai Itano program. Apply at matson.com and McDonald's of Guam. I'm loving it.
KUAM News Primetime. Life is a puzzle, solve it drug-free. Island leaders helping youth put the pieces together with the launch of Red Ribbon Week at BP Carbolito Elementary School. More coming up tonight.
New H-1B visa fees by the Trump administration are stirring concern, leaving local and national industries wondering how to fill critical roles in the future. I'm Nevaeh Anderson with more on this coming up.
After a successful 9 weeks, the 2-month night market will be extended for the upcoming fiscal year. I'm Mitsuki Hirayama with the story and how it's helping local businesses.
Hafid and good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. I'm Destiny Cruz-Lingus. Thanks for ending your day with us. Well, the federal government is now in a shutdown, and Guam's leaders are urging calm while preparations are underway. Governor Lulian Guerrero says essential services like national defense and emergency response will continue. She's directed line agencies to have contingency plans ready to keep critical functions running. Congressman James Moylan is sending the same message of reassurance, saying Social Security and Medicare payments for Manamku veterans, healthcare disaster response, the Postal Service, and military operations will continue uninterrupted. But there will be delays for things like passports, student aid, housing loans, and some federal contract payments. Federal employees may be furloughed or asked to work without pay, though back pay is guaranteed. But the governor and the congressman stressed Guam has weathered storms before, and we will get through this together. A major setback for Guam police body cameras meant to boost transparency and accountability are now sidelined temporarily just months after hitting the streets. The chief of police taking full responsibility. Jonagan Charfres reports.
Body cameras were supposed to mark a new era of accountability for Guam police, but just months after their launch, the program has been put on hold. The law was signed in December 2023, authored by Senator Chris Barnett, who introduced the bill to handle a couple of issues with accountability and transparency, adding not only do the body-worn cameras keep the officers who wear them accountable, but they also protect the officers and provide a documented record of their interactions with the public. Cameras were rolled out this summer after training, durable, water-resistant, equipped with night vision, designed for patrol, highway, SWAT, and CID. Officers were required to activate them in nearly all public interactions, then dock them at the end of each shift to upload footage as evidence. But as of Sunday, September 28th, via a memo through GPD, Chief of Police Stephen Ignacio announced the program's temporary suspension, pending administrative procedures review.
We've received multiple requests for our operating procedures, for pretty much the rules that we have regarding the use of body-worn cameras from prosecutors and defense attorneys. And so we decided, and we agreed to meet with all of the prosecution division at the AG's office, with the team here from the Guam Police Department, Captain Flickinger and Sergeant Mike Elliott from our legal section. And through that meeting, as they were reviewing the law that was passed, pretty much what we call the enabling legislation for the body-worn cameras, which is, gosh, what bill number is this? This would be bill number 37-57, right? And so on the very last page, 77-408, it said that GPD shall develop administrative rules and regulations to implement the provisions of this article pursuant to Chapter 9.5 GCA.
Ignacio says GPD missed that requirement.
we apparently had missed that. And, unfortunately, we missed it. I take full responsibility for that. Again, it's just the very last page, the very last sentence. And, we missed that completely. And so because of that, we were advised by the AG's office that we should just temporarily pause the body-worn camera program.
That means GPD must now restart the process, this time through formal administrative rulemaking.
We're going to have to go through the whole rulemaking process now. So that means, we have to take those rules that we have, our general order, the in-house rules and regulations, and turn that now into administrative rules. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in a week or so. There's a whole different process.
The bottom line, Ignacio says, is making sure GPD is compliant with the law. But for Senator Barnett, the pause is deeply concerning.
This is very, very disappointing. Public Law 37-57 was signed into law almost 2 years ago, December of 2023. That means it's taken GPD 2 years to buy the cameras, come up with the general orders on how to use them, and to get them on the hardworking men and women in blue and out into the streets to increase transparency and accountability, not just for our police officers, but for the people of Guam as well. So to suffer this kind of setback this late into the implementation of this very critical and crucial law is very, very disappointing, and it's disturbing.
He says responsibility now rests squarely on the chief.
I know Chief Ignacio has said that he takes full responsibility, but I hope he understands his responsibility to get these rules and regs through as quickly and as prudently as possible so that we can continue with this long overdue policy.
For now, the body cameras are off and the wait for transparency continues. Jonagan Charfris, KUAM News.
Community leaders from across the island gathered at BP Carbolito Elementary Wednesday morning to launch Red Ribbon Week, the nation's longest-running drug use prevention campaign. The Barrigada School was chosen to host this year's kickoff after one of its student artists won last year's contest. Here's more. An important reminder reaching the students of BP Carbolito Elementary School Wednesday morning. Life is a puzzle. Solve it drug-free.
Life is a puzzle. It's a puzzle when you're 6. It's a puzzle when you're 60. There's lots of helpers in this room all around you, and you see them every day. And just remember that they are helpers to help you put that puzzle piece together one at a time. But look around you. All the grown-ups that are here, there are police, National Guard, there are senators, firefighters, teachers, all your school aides, all the grown-ups in this room are here because you're important. And we want you to be able to grow up and not have to worry about drugs being a part of your life. And remember, to kick off Red Ribbon Week, it's not just about a ribbon, it's not just about red. It's about making great choices to live a good life that you can be proud of when you're old like me.
Leaders from across the island gathering at the Barrigada campus to launch Red Ribbon Week, an annual campaign dedicated to drug prevention. The movement began in 1985, honoring fallen DEA Special Agent Enrique Camarena, who lost his life fighting drug trafficking. Decades later, the cause remains just as urgent. Governor Lulian Guerrero addressing the methamphetamine crisis impacting Guam, reaffirming the island's commitment to keeping drugs out of the hands of youth.
As your governor, it is my responsibility to make sure our children are protected. And how I do that is by working very closely with many of our political leaders, working very closely with our nonprofit organizations, working very closely with our government agencies like the police, the fire, the National Guard, the military, and all those law enforcement people that are the ones that go out there to really fight drugs. I encourage the teachers and all of us here to continue on with the awareness of the bad effects of drugs on our island. We have a high use of methamphetamine on our island. But I do want to say that we are working very hard to stop bringing in those drugs and to confiscate those drugs so it doesn't get into the hands of our children.
Senator Therese Terlahi also sharing a message of strength with the students.
You're going to find easy and hard puzzles, but your brains to solve puzzles. That's what they're built for. So if you take care of your brains and your bodies, you're going to solve those puzzles that you need to solve. You're going to handle sadness or very hard times. You'll be able to handle those if you take care of your brains and your bodies. And that's why we're here to remind you that drugs, alcohol, tobacco, including the nicotine in vaping products, is harmful to your brains and your body. And that's what's going to block us from solving the puzzles that we need to solve.
Following a proclamation signing declaring Red Ribbon Week and a legislative resolution, the BP Carbolito community vowing to nurture their full potential, taking the drug-free pledge.
To myself, and who I want to be, because I can make my dreams come true if I believe in me. I pledge to stay in school and learn the things I need to know to make the world a better place for kids like me to grow. I pledge to keep my dreams alive and be all I can be. I know I can, and that's because I pledge to stay drug-free. Red Ribbon Week! Viva Red Ribbon Week! Thank you. You know, this time
The H-1B visa has been a lifeline for industries that depend on highly skilled foreign workers, including right here on Guam. But a seismic change by the Trump administration is now putting that pathway in jeopardy with a six-figure fee. Nevaeh Anderson has the details.
The H-1B visa is one of the most widely used U.S. work permits for professionals in specialized fields like engineering, technology, and healthcare. It's valid for 3 years, renewable for another 3, with 65,000 new visas granted annually, plus 20,000 more for those holding advanced U.S. degrees. But now a major shift is underway. President Donald Trump has signed an executive action imposing a $100,000 application fee on new petitions.
And one of the biggest problems we have is that people, they go to the best schools and they do great and they get great marks, and then they're thrown out of the country. You're not allowed to stay. This way, a corporation will be able, sort of like a signing bonus in baseball or football, a corporation will be able to get them to stay in the country.
The president says tech executives are on board.
I think they're going to be very happy. Everyone's going to be happy. And we're going to be able to keep people in our country that are going to be very productive people. And in many cases, these companies are going to pay a lot of money for that. And they're very happy about it.
Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick framed the policy as a way to push companies toward hiring Americans first.
So the whole idea is no more will these big tech companies or other big companies train foreign workers. They have to pay the government $100,000, then they have to pay the employee. So it's just not economic. If you're going to train somebody, you're going to train one of the recent graduates from one of the great universities across our land. Train Americans, stop bringing in people to take our jobs. That's the policy here, $100,000 a year for H-1B visas, and all of the big companies are on board. We've spoken to them about the gold.
But local immigration attorney Shane Black of Bauman, Shoe and Black Attorneys at Law says the steep increase caught many off guard, stating, quote, "Although I did not anticipate such a drastic fee increase, I cannot say that some measures related to the changes in the H-1B program were unanticipated, particularly with what they have announced with regard to revising the prevailing wages." Black notes that while the White House is targeting alleged abuse in industries like tech, Guam's situation is different. He says, quote, "Guam and CNMI companies generally do not need to be incentivized to hire out of the local labor market from what I see. The problem is that there are not enough qualified individuals for the positions that are needed in the labor market here. Many local companies have tried to hire people out of the continental U.S. too, and have found it to be problematic. That labor shortage, he says, makes the program critical for Guam, not only for private businesses, but also for government and military projects." And while the administration argues that higher fees will protect American workers, Black highlights a deeper contradiction, adding, quote, H-1Bs generally apply to people with a U.S. 4-year degree equivalency that are taking jobs that typically require a 4-year degree at entry level as an industry standard. If we are not properly educating people to meet the standard, I'm not sure that any fee or prevailing wage designed to limit the program, no matter how high, is going to do much to help the situation on its own. For now, the new fee only applies to fresh applicants in the upcoming lottery, not current H-1B holders or renewals. But with businesses on Guam already struggling to fill specialized roles, Black's advice is not to panic just yet. He says, quote, "There was a lot of noise surrounding this H-1B issue, and it is true that there was nothing in the current releases that suggests this would not apply to Guam or the CNMI. However, there has not been a lot of guidance yet related to the specifics of implementation. Additionally, there is the possibility of an exception, though still vague. The president has also introduced a separate gold card fast-track visa, allowing foreigners or sponsoring companies to pay millions for expedited approvals. But with the H-1B now carrying a $100,000 price tag, the coming months will reveal how businesses, government projects, and the local workforce adapt, and whether exceptions can be made for the unique needs of the island." Nevaeh Anderson, KUAM News.
The Port Authority of Guam is strengthening both its physical and cyber defenses with more than $1 million in new federal funding. The port was awarded over $1.1 million through FEMA's Port Security Grant Program, and the package includes nearly $1 million in federal funds and a local match of about $129,000. Upgrades will include a new barrier system at Main Gate 1 to stop unauthorized vehicles from breaching restricted areas, along with a modular floating dock system to boost port police and Coast Guard readiness. Cybersecurity is also getting a major lift. The grant will fund upgrades to Active Directory, replace aging firewalls, and provide round-the-clock intrusion monitoring to meet federal security requirements. Port General Manager Roy Respicio says these investments harden the port's and cyber backbone, protecting people, cargo, and critical missions while ensuring readiness for Guam and the region. Time for a quick break. You're watching KUAM.
It's happened. The gold mine of McDonald's chicken has been struck. Added to your snack wrap and McCrispy and made for dipping. It's special edition gold sauce. It's happened. The gold mine of McDonald's chicken has been struck. Added to your snack wrap and McCrispy and made for dipping. It's special edition gold sauce.
Sometimes parenting can be hard. What should I be doing? The Guam Early Learning Council includes partners who can provide you with early childhood services and supports. We are here to assist. For resources and information, simply call 311 Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., excluding holidays. Early connection can change everything.
Get ready, Guam! Kmart's turning the big 3-0, and this anniversary celebration is bigger than ever. Free prizes, big raffles, hot deals, oh, the party's everywhere at Kmart. From pantry staples to daily essentials, save big with new low prices. And with surprises popping up throughout the store, there's always something to make you say, oh! Kmart Guam, celebrating 30 years with savings, surprises, and fun for everyone. Oh! It's on, Guam.
Anything's possible.
College is possible. Retirement is possible. Adventure is possible. And so is saving for it all with our Bank Ohana Savings Special. Earn an interest rate of 3.25% for the first 90 days when you deposit $25,000 from another bank into a Bank Ohana Bonus Rate Savings Plus account. Requires a Bank Ohana checking account with an opening deposit of $500. So make your savings goals possible.
Anything's possible.
Reach your possible with Bank of Hawaii.
Welcome back to Primetime. After 9 successful Sundays seeing $1.8 million in revenue, the Tumon Night Market will be extended for the upcoming fiscal year. The Guam Visitors Bureau making that announcement today as they shared how this marketing investment is boosting tourism recovery and helping local businesses. Matsuki Hirayama reports.
The Tumon Night Market wrapped up its pilot phase last Sunday after 9 busy nights, but the vibrant event isn't going anywhere. The Guam Visitors Bureau announcing Tuesday in a press conference that they'll be extending the night market for the upcoming fiscal year after a successful run. GVB Senior Destination Specialist Craig Camacho.
It's a revival. It's a revival of energy. It's a revival. It's a pre-COVID remembrance of what we can deliver. And I'm so glad and I'm proud to be a part of this project. And I hope to see more of our vendors and more of our entertainers contribute to the success.
Total revenues from the 9 nights are estimated at $1.8 million. GVB Vice President Jerry Perez breaks down the numbers.
The average attendees are over 3,000. Vendors are not all accommodated. They have to kind of like take turns and take draws, but there are over 80 vendors involved and entertainers of over 40 entertainers. And so the estimated revenue captured per night is about $250,000. So that's good for our local businesses.
GVB spent about $39,000 per night during the pilot phase, but the Bureau sees it as a marketing investment to revive the tourism industry. Officials add the cost was negotiated down to under half that amount for FY26.
Roughly $40,000 is an investment that we're putting into to generate the kind of interest that actually you can't quantify, because the value of for example, the social media content that goes out as a result of that is enormous.
It's been a boon for many small businesses like Corn, a local food truck selling loaded corn on a cob. After experiencing a downturn due to the pandemic, Corn co-owner Armin Loyola says her business has been seeing a near 40% increase in sales thanks to the Tumon Night Market.
Someone was saying this is similar to Myeongdong, like in Korea, or the Dotonbori in Japan. So I'm just happy that we have something like this in Guam. Something new for them. And I'm happy that you guys came up with this because it helped us a lot with the revenue making with the business.
Totot owner Rick Hernandez adds it's an opportunity for visitors who can't make it to the Wednesday night market to check out the different local products Guam has to offer.
For a small business that doesn't have a place to have the products shown in a store, it's good for us to help us build our brand and showcase our culture in a cool new way.
It's also an opportunity for the Guam Police Department to show public presence in the tourism district while keeping safety on the forefront, according to Tumon Tamuning Precinct Commander Lieutenant Gino Charfers.
I got feedback even from our officers, as well as being out there, being able to take pictures not just with our community members but also with our visitors coming in, and create that interaction that the police department is really trying to do, and our chief is really trying to do to have a public presence out there so that we can intermingle with our community members.
After a short break this upcoming Sunday, the Tumon Night Market will be back in full force in October with themed nights like Back to Our Roots, Retro 80s Neon Night, and Hallows Eve Night. Fresh themes will continue into the new fiscal year.
I want to thank everybody for what they put in together to make this event possible, even throughout a new fiscal year. And so that's what it means for us to really put an island. Everybody works for the Guam Visitors Bureau, right? Because it's up to us to keep our island clean, and it's up to us to greet our visitors with hospitality and the spirit of Pinata Malik.
The Sunday night market is from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Road closure will be from 6 a.m. Sunday to 6 a.m. Monday. Parking is at DFS across Sandcastle, 2 Sands Plaza, or Ipao Beach Park with a free shuttle service from 4:30 to 9:30 p.m. Meantime, interested vendors and entertainers can contact AdsTech by emailing sierra@adstechguam.com. Matsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.
And in other news, families caring for Guam's most vulnerable are on edge after Catholic Social Services announced it will no longer provide respite and in-home care after September 30. But Acting DISID Director Ruel Drulan says families will not lose services as care transitions to the agency's own program. Jonah Gonçalves reports.
When Catholic Social Services notified families last week that in-home care would end September 30th, panic set in. Families feared being left without the critical support they rely on daily. Senator Shelley Calvo, who chairs the Committee on Disability Services, fired off a letter to DISID demanding answers about the short notice, the decision to drop CSS, and what options exist for families. Calvo stating, quote, "This 11th hour notification has created significant anxiety for families. Respite and in-home care services are not optional conveniences. They are essential to daily living for many residents, and there are very few alternatives on island. If these services disappear, the impact on families would be catastrophic." But Acting DISID Director Ruel Drulan says the change is not a crisis, it's a transition. Drulan saying, quote, "None of the clients will lose services. They are all DISID clients and will now be transitioned to the DISID in-home care program." Drulan explained that unlike the CSS program, which caps services to 35 clients with only 16 hours per month, DISID's in-home care program offers more flexibility. Adding, "Our program provides additional service hours based on need, and it's more cost-effective." As for the short notice, Drulan said it was CSS, not DISID, that notified families just 9 days before the contract expired. He added the transition work is already underway. Adding, quote, "Despite the short notice from CSS, DISID immediately began transitioning clients to ensure there will be no gap in services." And while Senator Calvo questioned why this wasn't raised during budget talks, Drulan insists funding was not the issue. He says, quote, "In fact, this transition gives families more service hours in a more cost-effective way. For now, families wait to see if promises of continuity match the reality come October 1st. Jonah Gonçalves, KUAM News.
More prime time when we return.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. 4, 5, 6 titles, they'll say enough is enough. But when you've won it all 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
GU Self Storage, located in Harmon next to McDonald's, offers a variety of storage units. With rates starting as low as $95 per month, we offer complimentary use of dollies, push carts, Klein's hand trucks, and pallet jack, with a fully covered loading and unloading areas and ADA accessible units. We offer 24-hour CCTV surveillance monitoring, alarm, and individual pin-coded gate and door access, because your safety is our priority. GU Self Storage, voted Pika's Best in 2024. Call 671-648-7867 today.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Welcome back to Primetime. Chances of a government shutdown at midnight tonight are high, President Trump saying as much today. Now the blame game is fully underway as national parks prepare to close and federal employees brace for furloughs that can turn into layoffs.
as the country speeds toward a government shutdown.
Nothing is inevitable, but I would say it's probably likely.
Already a landslide of blame.
Democrats are so committed to shutting down the government, they're rejecting a clean, nonpartisan, short-term funding extension.
The leader says it's a clean bill. It's a partisan bill. Not once were Democrats asked for what input should be in the bill.
Caught in the middle, a weary American public, already dealing with the rising prices, now bracing for impact from the shutdown. That means most national parks would close.
A government shutdown at this time could have some real damage to our local economy because tourism is quite strong in the fall.
Many federal workers would be furloughed. And today, the president warning some may be fired.
We made you a lot, and that's only because of the Democrats.
Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid payments, and VA benefits would be paid. But military members and TSA agents would have to work without pay. Ahead of all of that, last-ditch efforts. House Democrats flooding the floor to offer an alternative.
The House stands adjourned until 3:30 p.m.
But being ignored by the Republican Speaker pro tempore. And Senate Republicans expected to hold a vote on the House passed continuing resolution. It would keep the government open another 7 weeks. And Republicans say they can negotiate on Democrat demands, including health care funding. But Democrats say now is the time to negotiate. Republicans, though, need Democrats to cross party lines for the CR to pass. The last full government shutdown and the longest in history began just before Christmas in 2018 and lasted until nearly the end of that January. According to the Congressional Budget Office, the economy lost an estimated $11 billion. In Washington, Vaughn Hilliard, NBC News.
A potential turning point in the push for peace in the Middle East as President Trump unveils a new plan to end the war in Gaza. It's winning support from Israel and Arab and Muslim nations. Now, the outcome hinges on Hamas.
With Gaza still under fire from Israeli bombs, President Trump announced an end to the war could be closer than ever.
We had a long, strong talk, Bibi and I, and he understands it's time.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he supports Trump's 20-point peace proposal. If Hamas also backs the plan, the war will immediately end. All hostages will be returned with ending the deal, and Israeli forces will start withdrawing in stages.
This is the closest we've ever come to real peace, not fake peace, not political fool's peace.
Monday's White House meeting between Trump and Netanyahu was watched closely around the world, with some Israelis already celebrating.
Finally, we have a deal to end the war, the bloody war in Gaza, and bring all our people back home.
The plan aims to shape Gaza's future with a massive economic push to rebuild. Unlike past proposals, Palestinians would not have to leave during Gaza's reconstruction. Hamas would be out of power, replaced by a temporary board of peace chaired by Trump. Hamas says it will review the plan in good faith before responding.
I have a feeling that we're going to have a positive answer. But if not, as you know, Bibi, you'd have our full backing to do what you would have to do.
The deal also leaves open the possibility of a credible pathway to Palestinian self-determination and statehood, something Netanyahu opposes.
And a vigil was held outside the Miami Correctional Facility with dozens of faith leaders.
The Indiana Department of Corrections says it anticipates less than 100 immigrants here illegally will be detained at the Miami Correctional Facility starting this week. Meanwhile, dozens of faith leaders outside the facility behind me are calling on state leaders to stop the plan in its tracks. Monday, Hoosiers from churches and multi-faith groups across the state held a silent prayer vigil on the outskirts of the Miami Correctional Facility.
Holy, healing, enabling Spirit be with you every step of your way.
All standing in solidarity for undocumented immigrants, calling on state leaders to oppose the use of prisons as ICE detention centers.
My brothers and sisters, we the faith leaders of Indiana have a moral duty to say no. You will not dehumanize anyone, for we are all created b'tselem Elohim in the image of God.
This prayer vigil is both an act of compassion and a call for justice, a prophetic voice speaking truth in time of silence.
I wish the
governor had not chosen to do this.
State Representative Ed Delaney says he toured the facility last week. He says he's concerned current staffing levels may not be able to handle the influx.
There are 5 units, each can hold roughly 200 people. If we get beyond 2 units, we don't have the guard capacity. So we're going to have to reshuffle our guards from other facilities or from the rest of the Miami facility.
The Indiana Department of Corrections says it's unclear how many ICE detainees in total will be held at Miami. This comes as questions remain regarding whether Camp Atterbury, floated as a potential ICE detention site, will also be used for that purpose.
Other than the possibility that they might, I've not heard that they will for sure. I think the focus has been on Miami.
The official agreement between ICE and the Indiana Department of Correction will begin on Wednesday. That's set to run through 2028. Reporting from outside the Miami Correctional Facility, I'm Hannah Adamson.
Inflation and concerns about the economy are prompting more Americans to seek out deals, especially when it comes to travel. And there are ways to save on trips you may not have considered.
Bill Kurtz from Oradell, New Jersey is a teacher and proud budget traveler. He's used school breaks to visit Bolivia, India, and Ireland.
I like to travel for as long as I can, and by traveling on a budget allows me to go places for longer.
Kurtz says he does lots of research so he can skip organized tours. He also chooses destinations where the dollar stretches further, including Central and South America and Eastern Europe, and books hotels last minute.
I book the first couple nights when I land, and then I plan as I go.
If you're a more detailed planner, consider when rooms are cheapest.
Zig when others are zagging.
Expedia travel expert Melanie Fish says that means if you're heading to a city known for business travel, visit over the weekend. Choose resort areas when they're off-peak, like now, what's known as shoulder season.
That magic time after the busy summer travel season before holiday travel kicks off.
Also consider less buzzy spots like Midwestern cities that will be cheaper.
It comes down to dollars and cents. It costs less to stay in Cleveland, to get to Cleveland, and to do things in Cleveland.
The Cleveland Museum of Art has free entry. A boutique hotel like Fidelity, where we stayed for a special rate, has rooms for as low as around $100. And Playhouse Square offers less expensive show tickets in the country's largest performing arts center, aside from New York.
Baseball games are also a bargain here. 4 Guardians tickets, a 2-night Airbnb stay, and some food and drinks cost just under $400. That's the 8th lowest price for an MLB away game, according to the sports betting analysis site Action Network.
Progressive Field recently unveiled a $200 million renovation on nearby East 4th Street. Honky Tonk Bar has a southern vibe, and Cordelia serves up elevated dishes for less from a James Beard Award finalist.
We view Cleveland as this kind of poorly kept secret. You know, we say full city, half price kind of thing.
Head to Great Lakes Brewing for craft beers, Alley Cat for oysters, and Larder's Deli for sandwiches in the city no longer known as the Mistake on the Lake. Wendy Gillette, CBS News, Cleveland.
Keep it here. You're watching KUAM.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa. You can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Introducing GTA TV, Guam's newest live TV streaming service. With exciting new features like Restart and Pause Live TV, Cloud DVR, and 72-hour look back. You'll never miss a moment. Stream 150 plus top channels, all in stunning HD on your TV, phone, tablet, or streaming device. Plus, get up to $3,000 in savings when you sign up today and bundle your services. GTA TV, it's everything live TV should be.
Now, for a limited time, get our largest pizza at our lowest price. Just $9.99 for our classic New York-style pizza. It's 30% larger than our large, and at only $9.99 for carryout. Don't wait. Order now at your Island Pizza Hut.
Welcome back to Primetime. From rock bottom to redemption, addiction once held them captive, but today they're sharing a message of survival, faith, and second chances. As the island concludes National Recovery Month, local voices are stepping forward to show that life after addiction is not only possible, it's powerful. Jonah Ginchar has more.
We often see the dark side of addiction, arrests, overdoses, and shattered families. But behind every battle with drugs, there's also the possibility of hope. September is National Recovery Month, and for survivors here at home, it's a time to share their stories, to inspire others still lost in the sauce. Owners and good friends of the Dugout, Andrew Arce and Joman Castro, recently took to Instagram to share a little about themselves as Recovery Month concludes. Both 37-year-olds and proudly from Manilao, coming forward as former addicts.
I think it was long way before I even sought help. I remember I admitted to a couple friends that I was using drugs and that I needed help. And at first, the people started to just shun you out. You know, like, oh man, I don't know if we can be friends, this and that. And so it just keeps you buried deeper down that hole of not wanting to share. And so when I first tried to seek help, it was very hard to ask for help again. But yeah, I knew I needed help way before, a few years before I even actually got the help I needed.
For me, man, I was really bad. I was stealing already. All families didn't want to talk to me. I was really bad. I was always in and out in jail, lying. I was really bad to the point people didn't care.
Andrew recalling his low point where he contemplated taking his life.
No gas to go anywhere, no friends to call, nobody wanted to hang out. You know, it's just because we abuse and damage all those relationships, right? So It was very, very lonely at that time.
It was a turning point. For Joman?
For me, it was I became homeless. I started hearing voices that wasn't there. Just kept on using, and it was a bad place, man. I just don't know what to see or what to believe in, you know.
Andrew says that when he self-surrendered to both a higher power and to the lighthouse.
To have back my family is amazing. Going through that point, you lose everybody, you know. Even my daughter one time told me she didn't want to hang out with me, you know, because of just the actions of what we were doing and stuff, you know. And but when I decided to turn a leaf and everything, my lady at the time, Army, she really stuck it through with me. You know, even through the bad times, and you know, even when I was in recovery, she would bring my daughter. She would come to meetings. I would talk to a lot of my family and friends, you know. But it was a building block for sure. You know, after breaking all their trust and hurting them and everything, it definitely was a stepping stone back to where we are today.
Andrew graduated from the Salvation Army's Lighthouse Recovery Program in 2018. It's been 7 years since he's last touched crystal meth. And Joman says he attributes much of his success to Andrew.
He was basically my guide, because he did the classes and I never did. I just quit.
Through a lot of heart-to-heart talks, supporting one another, and the two share the hardest part of recovery was not being able to share it with loved ones who've passed.
The hardest part, honestly, for me, is that my mom is not here to see it, you know. When she passed, she asked me to get something in the hospital, and I didn't get it because I was out getting high, you know. And so every day it's like it's just, you know, the bigger we grow, the further we get. It's just like, I wish she was still here, you know, to see like how well her son's doing, you know. But I think that's the hardest part, is like, you know, some things you're never gonna get back, you know, some things you lose while you're using drugs, some things you don't get to make amends with. And I think that's something that I'm gonna live with, and it's something that's gonna help me grow, you know. It's gonna keep me on that just going and achieving the goals, you know. I know she's up there smiling, you know, proud of her boy, her flower.
For Joman, it was his pops passing away.
The hardest one was not saying goodbye, not saying goodbye. And the only last thing I remember is he was saying that I'm going to make it this time, So, and he died the next day when I was with Drew. He died the next day. So
his dad.
It was the hardest thing to tell him to say thank you. Gave me money to invest with Drew, and he said that you're ready. And now I'm 4 years sober.
Both say change is contagious when fueled by faith and community.
I think recovery is, of course, I'm a religious person, so it starts with God. It's just doing the right thing. You know what I mean? Yes, no, that's don't touch it. So for recover me now, for me not touching it no more, that's what I think it means. Or that's what I know it means, soberness for me.
Now, instead of chasing highs, they're chasing dreams. The two say their mission is to help others believe that recovery is possible, whether through professional help, prayer, or sheer determination.
If they're really ready, or if they've thought about quitting, or have hopes, or even just at one point in their life had hopes of wanting to quit, in the lighthouse or in the rooms, you always just say, just keep coming back. And one day it's going to sit, and one day it's going to click, and one day you're just going to say, I'm done with it. Don't give up. Keep fighting the good fight.
I thought I would never get out. I would say death changed me. People not answering changed me as well. I cannot speak for everybody, because people who are trying to help, they still go back to it, and I don't have no right to judge them. Yeah. For me, it's going to be all up to you. If you want to do it and change your life, then change it.
For those still struggling, they have this message: you are not alone, and there is life beyond addiction. At the Dugout, a safe space for those in need, a hot meal, and a listening ear are waiting. Drew and Joman say they wouldn't be here without the love, prayers, and support of family, friends, and the community who stood by them through the hardest times, and for that, they're deeply grateful. As National Recovery Month reminds us, recovery is not just about overcoming addiction, it's about reclaiming hope, rebuilding lives, and proving that second chances can lead to brighter futures. Junigan Charfis, KUAM News.
Now for a look at your world at home. Here's a view of Hagåtña Boat Basin.
I thought you worked in his house.
Oh, I'm wherever he needs to fuel up. Oh, Cantina chicken burrito.
Thanks, Todd.
That's the way to do it.
You know what? Let me actually get something to wash that down with, please.
Yeah, I got you.
Easy. Appreciate it.
You've made a powerful enemy, Todd.
I didn't mean.
Now it pays to spread the Better Together experience. With our brand new referral program, you can earn up to $150 in account credits for every referral you bring in. That's right, family, neighbors, friends, even your coworkers. Just pass them your account name and account number. When they sign up for Docomo Pacific service and drop your info, cha-ching! Credit applied. So spread the word and start stacking those savings. Additional conditions may apply. Docomo Pacific, we're better together.
Wesley kicks out. Simon, big three. Oh, baby! Wesley kicks out. Simon, big three. Oh, baby!
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Chee-hoo! The UOG Endowment Foundation and Guam Comedy present the return of the comedy sensation Tamua with his hit Chee-hoo Tour, Saturday, November 1st at the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse. Tickets are going fast at guamtime.net, so don't wait. Get ready to laugh, celebrate, and shout Chee-hoo!
And if there's one thing Jimmy Fallon knows, it's multitasking. The Tonight Show host has created several different projects at NBC, and his latest premieres right after The Voice tonight.
Jimmy Fallon would seem to have
This.
a pretty full plate.
Password? But obviously you don't have enough to keep yourself busy.
Why do I keep inventing these jobs? Can't I just do one job?
No, that's not enough.
Detroit, I'm here in the D.
Fallon's newest endeavor
I love advertising. I love coming up with ideas.
is a business competition series called On Brand.
It is The Apprentice meets Shark Tank meets Project Runway.
Yes.
Advertising legend and Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Bosom of St. John
So I was the chief marketing officer at Netflix.
joins Fallon for the project.
This is an unprecedented opportunity.
They will task 10 contestants with creating out-of-the-box marketing campaigns for corporate giants.
You'll be battling it out for your campaign to be seen across the country. Well, you're the newbie in this, but this is your wheelhouse.
I was like, oh my God, this is like actually a dream come true. This is incredible.
We want a catchy jingle.
A live experience.
We're spending millions of dollars.
This show has to be real. It's not a goof.
Yeah, it's not
This is
at
real
all.
money.
No.
Like a lot of real money. It's
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah.
It's real people. It's
Yeah.
real campaigns.
Ta-da! Breakfast is ready. Get up, get Dunkin'.
But not all the ideas worked.
The morning munch box.
Lunchbox.
Get it?
You're gonna be like, there's no way this is real.
Munch box. It just works, right?
Yes.
I was shaking and crying from
Yeah.
this idea, and she was so innocent about
Oh
it.
my God.
She didn't do it on purpose.
And I was trying not to look at Jimmy because I was like, oh my God, don't make me laugh.
Did you think of any other names? I did not. I love the munch box. So I just stopped right there.
But the ideas keep coming.
This opportunity is huge.
It's a 1 in a million chance.
Winning would be life-changing.
Until one marketer remains.
More legroom means more legs.
To collect a $100,000 prize.
It's everything you want. It's like great. I'm just so I know. I can't wait to just keep making this.
I know.
I want more. I want more. I want more.
Mark Barger, NBC Entertainment.
Still to come, birthday shoutouts.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. 4, 5, 6 titles, they'll say enough is enough. But when you've won it all 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
News Bites is brought to you by Docomo Pacific Better Together, Fresco Clothing, original custom design apparel of Guam and the Marianas, and the Guam Army National Guard. Live here, serve here. Okay, I know what you guys are saying. Jace, I love News Bites. You guys tell us everything that's going on around the island. Can we get a new batch? Can we, there's a lot more things. You know what? I got you. That's what we do here at KUAM. We aim to please. So we have a new batch of News Bites for you. You can find them all on our website right now. Make sure to go check those out. But Ricky, if you please, there we go. The Sapphire Gala, I love Sapphire. It's a wonderful, wonderful shade of blue. And you know, I love school colors, and St. Anthony's Catholic School has great school colors. And the Raiders are celebrating their Sapphire Gala, 65 years of proper Catholic education for young boys and girls. I went there for 3 years. I love the school. Absolutely amazing. Shout out to Remy Cruz. The gym should be named in his honor, of course, but there's so much history there. So many people come out of St. Anthony's and they all love it. Make sure to participate in the gala. It is a wonderful, wonderful school that does incredible stuff for our community right there in the heart of Tamuning. All right, casting call. If you would like to be part of a very wonderful production, check this out. Hey, the communications department over at UOG, shout out to you guys because you guys are doing a really good job. And there is a casting call if you would like to be part in the production of The Boonie. Check it out. And you know what? Bring your very best, because if you would like to make an audition, if you would like to perform, share your gift for communications, that's what they do over there and everything. And we can't wait to see what you guys have for the Boonie, Discovering Home Again. And you know, UOG doesn't mess around. They have top-notch production. So like, I love their theater program. They're doing really, really good work. All right, fishing meetings are also happening. Fishing is a big part of our island way of life, and we are telling you everything that's going on. And there is a meeting right there, two of them in fact, three of them in fact. I'm reading from the bottom. So we got on tomorrow, that's going to be down in